Hello there, my internet friends. My name is Soul, and it has been a hot minute since I've done a Kingdom Hearts video on this channel. Which, by the way, if you're new here, you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, I think you know the big shiny red button that I'm gonna tell you to press. And keep in mind, I've grown up with Kingdom Hearts for years, and despite playing these games for however many years at this point, there's still new things I learn about it all the time. For instance, I've recently learned something about the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2, and I don't know about y'all, but these intros to the Kingdom Hearts games, they don't just live rent-free in my mind. Like, they have prime real estate. They have vacation homes. I love these intros like they're my children. The animation to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 was like nothing I had ever seen on the PS2. And not to mention, Hikaru Utada, bops, doesn't miss. Back-to-back bops. And I personally would love changing back from the English and Japanese versions of these songs. And speaking of Japanese, I recently have been trying to dabble into a tiny sliver of the Japanese language, and one of the great joys of this is going back to a lot of like the anime OPs and other Japanese songs I've listened to over the years and having a new form context, listening to them and trying to learn new vocabulary words. So it didn't take very long for me to try to study the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2 Sanctuary, otherwise known as its Japanese name, Passion, and really take in the lyrics with a new context. And if you haven't heard the Japanese version of Sanctuary yet, listen to it. Like, there's some parts of it that are just like... One of the call me really fucking dumb for this, but I always thought that this little part was in Japanese, because in the Japanese version they sprinkle a little bit of English in there. So being the gigabrain that I am, I just assumed that they sprinkled a little bit of Japanese in there, and that's what this was. And I'm not a Nihongo master or anything, but it doesn't take much knowledge of the Japanese language to know this ain't no Japanese. This is in fact not Japanese. And I stared at it and it made no sense. It was just gibberish. And then I just kept staring at it until I read it backwards in English. And this little fact was mind-blowing to me, and it's not even a secret or anything. People have known about this since forever. I'm just late to the party. Shout out to maybe that other one person watching who didn't know this and they learned something today. This is for you, buddy. But don't worry, the video doesn't just end there. It's not just a fun fact video, because after learning this, I just watched the entire intro to Kingdom Hearts 2 backwards. And if you do this, there are a couple of phrases that you hear. And there's only like a couple of new lyrics here that you can hear when you play it backwards. But that was enough for idiots like me to go down into the comments of this video and just read and write threads of theories of what it could actually mean, and not to mention what the song was originally about. And that's what I want to talk about here today, because I always assumed that this song was like from the perspective of Namine, because there are lines like, "I watch you vast asleep." I thought that was Namine talking about Sora. There's a part of the intro where she's literally lip syncing it. I thought my sanctuary was like her little drawing room inside of that mansion. But you know, I didn't think that deeply into it. I just thought the majority of the lyrics to this song were just anime OP, epic intro music stuff. But with just a couple new lyrics, I have now delved into at least like 20 theories about what Sanctuary is actually about. The first one you'll see a lot, and even the guy who uploaded this video, this was his theory, that the song is actually from Riku's perspective, because there is a lyric that sounds like... Personally, I don't think that at all. A lot of the lyrics in this video don't actually seem like lyrics they intended to put in there. They're just kind of reverse gibberish that kind of sounds like words and people have extrapolated. I think there are in fact only like 3 lines that are legit when you play them backwards. And maybe this one just because it kind of works perfectly. So no, I don't think this song is from Riku's perspective, but a lot of people do think that this song is from Namine's perspective, and that's what I thought listening to the original version throughout all these years. And a lot of the reverse lyrics definitely seem like they're pointing in that direction. We are told time and time again that nobodies don't have real emotions, and Namine as a nobody needs real emotions. When I listened to this lyric, I immediately thought of the scene where Sora pretty much just friend zones Namine and rejects her.
Sora, you have a choice. You can lose your memories of this castle and reclaim your old ones, or keep your memories here and give up the memories that you've lost.
Do I have to choose?
Yes.
Make me like I was.
Oh, okay. Nobody needs to keep a bunch of memories that aren't real, right? You want to remember all of the people who are really important to you. Anybody would choose that.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
And there's still that line of... And I still don't think that's what the lyrics were intended to be. I still think it's gibberish. But if you were to assume that was a real line, it would still work because Namine did work for Ansem. However, there was one more theory. There was one more person that this song could be from the perspective of. And once I thought about it, it just clicked.
Roxas!
Roxas!
Roxas! Roxas! Roxas!
So taking into context that this song is from Roxas's perspective, let's look at the lyrics again. Roxas, as a nobody, like all other nobodies, does not have quote-unquote true emotions. So any fan of 358 Days will tell you, Roxas spends a lot of time being a lifeless husk before developing the power of friendship. But his friendship with Shion and Axel is constantly being broken. I have watched enough cutscenes of this dude eating ice cream by himself to know that he could use some goddamn affection. And I still don't count this line, but if you were to count the line, this line would still technically work because Roxas did work for a guy named Ansem. It was just one of like 20 dudes named Ansem. I don't think this line is meant to describe much or anything deep, but if there's a person whose emotional state can be described as ups and downs in Kingdom Hearts, it'd probably be Roxas. And there's a lot of other lines in this song that I still count as gibberish, but if you do want to count them, they still kind of sound like they're from Roxas's perspective. So that was the song's lyrics in reverse, but let's look at the original lyrics. Maybe this song was actually about Roxas the whole time. Specifically, it's Roxas talking to... So that was my new perspective of a song I've heard for many years now. What do you guys think? Do you think this is all just a bunch of nonsense that some stupid internet nerds have curated? Or maybe we should just really harass Tetsuya Nomura and Utada Hikaru and get to the bottom of this. But anyway guys, thank you for watching as always, and as always, if you like Kingdom Hearts or just video games, anime culture in general, please subscribe to this channel. Please leave me your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to you guys. But if you don't like writing comments, you could always follow me on my Twitch channel. I definitely will stream the Kingdom Hearts games at one point. I'm definitely streaming Kingdom Hearts 4 when that shit drops. So that's about all I got for today. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time with that, I leave you.